I'm Michelle Yanachan, and this is Fast Track's Insider Guide with top travel tips around the world. Well, I'm just back from the South Ari Atoll, one of the best bases for diving in the Maldives. The whale sharks had just started to arrive on the southwestern corner of the atoll, and they usually stay through April. I confess, I wish I was still there. Now for whales rather than sharks, head to Baja California, Mexico, with one of the greatest diversities of marine life on Earth. The magnificent migration of the Pacific grey whales is taking them to the calving lagoons on the Pacific coast, where they give birth and nurse their offspring. And another migration in Mexico, millions of monarch butterflies have arrived after their long journey here from the US and Canada. Come to the eastern edge of Michoacan state, in the forested mountains west of Mexico City, where the population is at its peak. The insects cluster on tree trunks, taking flight as the days warm up. Popular sanctuaries include El Rosario and Sierra Chincua. For love-struck sweethearts, St. Valentine's Day is February 14th, and where better to be than Verona, the enchanting medieval town in northern Italy, where Shakespeare set his play Romeo and Juliet. Head to the famed balcony at Casa di Giulietta and pen a message of love on the walls of the courtyard, which are covered with the scribblings of lovers. And for works by the man himself, the Royal Shakespeare Company in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, is raising the curtain on a new stage, aiming to draw actors and audience closer together. In April, the RSC will be celebrating 50 years, with a new season including Macbeth and The Merchant of Venice. Well, if you prefer the silver screen to the stage, Burkina Faso is hosting the biannual Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou from February 26th. It's one of the biggest cultural events on the African continent, focusing on African film and filmmakers. Opening night is in the National Stadium. And in Austin, Texas, there's the South by Southwest Festival from March 11th, one of the largest music festivals in the United States. More than 2,000 performers play in nearly 100 venues in downtown Austin. It's foreshadowed by a film and interactive festival. The latter's become a hotbed of new tech ideas. Until April 10th, the largest collection of Genghis Khan artifacts will be on show in Singapore at the new Art Science Museum at Marina Bay Sands. There'll be demonstrations of weaponry, recreations of Mongolia's battlegrounds, and interactive computer screens to follow the legendary conqueror. Finally, it's time to shake the dust off that sequined bikini and feathered headdress. Carnival is fast approaching. Some of my favourite places to be come early March include Salvador, Brazil, where the partying kicks off March 3rd. There are 2 parades with samba groups and percussion schools belting out their music. Up in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago knows something about rhythm. On March 7th, the pre-dawn party Jouvert starts the 2 major carnival days. There'll be masquerade bands and the sounds of soccer and calypso. And in cooler climes, Cologne in Germany begins its feasting and drinking at precisely 11:11 a.m. on March 3rd at the old town square Altermarkt. Parades, traditional costumes, lots of sing-alongs and plenty of beer. And thanks for checking in with my Insider Guide this month. Until next time, happy travelling.
Thanks, Michelle. But I disagree with you about Verona being the most romantic city. What about here in Paris? Mind you, there are times where you're in a foreign city, no matter how lovely, that you desperately wish that you weren't so anonymous. That no matter how beautiful and opulent your surroundings, you yearn for some camaraderie and bonhomie, where everybody wants to know your name.
It's time, everyone. I'm Jim. Come on in.
This is Jim Haynes' apartment, to be found in the 14th arrondissement of Paris. It's the scene of a social networking phenomenon.
But you will always find him in the kitchen at parties.
You all right, Sophie? The list is looking outrageous. There's 96 people.
Every Sunday for the last 33 years, Jim has played host to well over 100,000 dinner guests from all walks of life, from all over the world.
That's why you'll always find him in the kitchen at parties. You will always find him in the kitchen at parties.
My name's Tracy. I'm from Lebanon.
I'm Kayoko from Japan.
My name's Anna Shepherd and I'm from Newcastle in the UK.
I got you. Your name is on the list. My role is to make sure that everyone is enjoying themselves. I introduce people to people, shy people. I remember sitting over in the corner with a shy French woman, never been here before, sitting next to a shy fellow from Munich. He didn't speak French, she didn't speak German. Now they both speak fluent French, English, and German and have 3 kids. So. Hi, you are? Sophie.
Jim Haynes is in his late 70s, and they call him the godfather of social networking.
Jim believes in the very nature of humans as being social.
Have you thought about exploring this philosophy?
Right. No, that's exactly what it does. But that's exactly what this does.
Everybody starts out as strangers, and they really do end up friends.
Pretty fluid. Everyone's meeting, talking, eating, happy. I don't know. How's it going, Jeff?
Fantastically. And the love is spreading. A few streets away in the Latin Quarter, one of Jim's young disciples, Michael Musiak, is hosting his own scaled-down supper club. Michael thinks the supper club has replaced a dying cafe culture in Paris.
I'm just very worried because the meal isn't ready yet.
Mike has an amazing knack of finding different chefs who delight in creating smorgasbords of culinary gems.
Cinque minuti. I know that we're having pasta in the hors d'oeuvre, and I know we're having a second dish. I am not quite sure what it is.
The dish is ricotta, Italian ricotta, with chicken and ham.
I trust people. No, and especially when they love cooking, and these people love cooking.
And an interesting insight into Valentine's night, French style.
1 year, and 1 year only, and there were only women.
And then Michael realised why.
In France, if you don't take out your legitimate girlfriend on St. Valentine's Day, it's like a declaration of war. Hello, everybody. Dinner is served.
The wine is flowing, and so is the conversation. But when the guests range from Italian scholars of Irish literature to physics researchers and fashion photographers, that's not surprising.
I say people are always interesting. Always. It's anybody's interesting for an hour. Some people bore me after that, but everybody's interesting for an hour.
Chez Jim is now heaving.
It's a good thing you're filming, because otherwise I'd eat half of these as I was putting them away.
There's always a surprise when you come here, and the both in terms of the cultural mix and the income level mix from college student to international banker. They're all here at the same time. You don't find that a lot anymore.
Parties across town continue and friendships are forged forever. Thanks to the internet, informal supper clubs like these are sprouting up in many major cities around the world. And so one day, you too can be somewhere where everyone knows your name.
Everybody bring in 2 chairs. Bring in the bar. That's the signal to leave. It's like an unstoppable thing. I jokingly refer to myself as the man who can't say no. I enjoy meeting people and enjoy the experience of people enjoying themselves and what have you. I like it.
And of course, like all good dinner party guests, I offered to help with the washing up. And of course, like all good dinner party hosts, they thankfully said no. Well, sadly, that's almost all we've got time for this week. But join us next time when...
It's the unwritten rule of the souk. You don't pay the asking price.
We're in Dubai. As the Emirates climbs back from the brink, Fiona investigates if the former home of bling and excess now has a break to suit all budgets.
And don't forget, in the meantime, if you're in desperate need of a fast-track fix, you can always go to our website, and the address is on your screen now. Or you can join up with our Facebook page. But for now, from me, Raj and Datta, and the rest of the Fast Track team here in Paris, thanks for watching, and au revoir.